Just the title of Steve Solomon's show made me laugh. My mother's Italian, my father's Jewish, and I'm in therapy. That show is Thursday at Auditorium Theatre, and we spoke with Steve via Skype late last week about what people will see if they go and how he perfected all those voices. Yeah, hey, you are a man of many voices. You do your parents, your sister, and I have to tell you, when you do it, it's almost startling because it's so different from your regular voice.
That's what I work on. I do about 20 different characters, and my mother's Italian, my father's Jewish, and I'm in therapy. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. In fact, when I train my actors who do it around the country, 3 other actors, that's the hardest part of the training, teaching them to use the voices and do them. Because the characters are so different. There's my sister, the smoker. You know, my mama talks like this, and my father's an old Jewish man. So it's a lot of fun.
How did you develop this? Because you weren't doing this your whole life. You were in education for a long time.
But I grew up in Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn, where everybody had an accent. I mean, it was amazing. So I learned by listening. And in my family, everybody had an accent, whether it was Italian, whether it was Jewish. And that's how I learned. I was a physics teacher for many years, and then I became an assistant superintendent of schools. And then my brain turned to Jello, and I had to follow my heart.
And that took you to comedy. And when you first started, you didn't find much success. Entertaining, for sure, all the voices, but you were saying you had to work on the material.
Yeah, I didn't, just like any comic starting out, I didn't have a lot of material. And I remember I had the privilege and pleasure of opening for George Carlin, upstate New York. And he told me, 5 years, you'll be fine. 5 years. And it took about 7 before I really had a big hunk of material. But then I realized I was butting heads with people who were 20 years younger than me. So I started focusing on something more generic, like a play. And I wrote the first play, this one, My Mother's Italian, My Father's Jewish, I'm in Therapy, in 2002. We toured it for 2 years, and then the William Morris Agency picked it up. And then we brought it to Broadway in 2006 for 2 years.
Now, is this the one where you kind of have phone conversations with your relatives?
At all my plays, I have 4 plays, I'm always being interrupted. So somebody's on the phone with me. My mother's complaining she can't find her cell phone. And my mother's 87, so she's complaining that she can't find it, and she can't make it ring because she forgot to wind it last night.
One of my favorites is when your mom answers, and then your father answers, and then they both hang up.
Yeah, because my mother goes like this. I'm on the phone, hang up. Yeah, but he called me. Yeah, you hang up. Okay, okay. And then you hear a dial tone.
So good. And then one other one that really got me, because, again, your voices are just so incredible, is how you would mess with folks who are selling you food at fast food restaurant drive-thrus.
Yeah, that's I do that on the phone every day. You just pull up and you hear. So I say, or I'll say, can I have hamburgers and fries and Coke? And then 2 minutes later, the manager's out there banging on the speaker.
How do you do? So you must have practiced this. This did not come easily, did it?
No, it didn't. It didn't. But to this day, if I see an 800 number, I have a ball. I just use a voice. The other night, the phone rang. It was an 866 number. I don't need to talk to somebody from 866. So I picked up the phone and I whispered. I said, "Okay, it's done, but there's blood everywhere."
How did they respond?
He never called back.
So when you come to Rochester, March 26th, you'll be at the Auditorium Theatre. This is a play, so what can people expect to see?
They're gonna walk out of there. First of all, they're gonna identify with people. You don't have to be Jewish or Italian to appreciate this play, and that we've proven in over 4,200 performances around the world. People identify. Somebody had a mother, somebody had a dad, somebody went to the doctor, somebody got stopped at TSA at the airport, and they identify with it. And that's what makes it so successful. They walk out and they go, "Oh my gosh, that happened to me." And it's 90 minutes of nonstop lunacy. It's a lot of fun.
And are you still having fun with this? As you were saying, you've been doing this now for 12 years, something like that?
Yeah, but this is the first of 4 different productions I have. I've got My mother's Italian, my father's Jewish, and I'm in therapy, which I'm bringing to your area. Then I've got Still in Therapy. Then I've got Home for the Holidays, and the brand new one, Cannolis, Latkes, and Guilt. Therapy continues. So I'm touring all of these, and the fun is, and I don't know if I'm doing a long run in Rochester, maybe 1 or 2 shows. If I'm doing a sit-down, the show changes every night. I just add things. It comes to my head, and I add it. That's all.
Well, that's great. Steve Solomon, great to talk with you. Thank you for giving us kind of a preview, some of the voices. It's really great to talk with you. I enjoyed doing my research.
You are more than welcome, and I look forward to seeing your viewers at the theater.
All right. Take care.
Thanks. Bye.
That's one way to get on the do not call list.
That's right. That's right. Hey.
Maybe he's onto something.
See? See? He teaches lessons. When we come back, spring finally here, but that means allergy season is just around the corner. Is it possible that the harsh winter might have helped out with allergies? We've got an expert.